It's a new book about Company E during World War II. The author is here in our studio. It's called The Patriots from the Barrio. Dave Gutierrez is my guest on the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us who the Patriots from the Barrio were.
They were men from the barrios of South Texas that served in World War II.
This is a company of Mexican-American soldiers,
Yes,
right?
it is. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, but this is this, I guess, kind of illustrates the service of Latinos during the wars way back when.
Exactly. These men were strictly from the barrios of South Texas. They were a segregated unit out of El Paso, Texas, originally a National Guard unit. They were part of the 36th Infantry Division, but yes, they were a segregated, completely segregated Mexican-American company.
And here's an article on you at the Fort Bliss Bugle that you sent us the link to. And so this is what we're talking about. Your family member was part of the unit.
Yes, I did have a family member. I had a cousin named Ramon Gutierrez from Del Rio, Texas, who served in the unit. He was awarded the Silver Star for valor on the battlefield at Salerno, Italy. He was captured twice by the German army and escaped twice. And he was also awarded he became one of the few Americans to be awarded a medal by the Russian government. So he was also.
Well, your reaction then when you saw the World War II documentary by Mr. Burns and you realized that Latinos were omitted from it.
Right. That really lit a fire under me as far as to get this book out. I think we have a strong opportunity as Mexicans Americans to tell our stories because if we don't tell the stories will never be told. So I thought that really lit me to go forward and to continue to write this book.
And so it's still in the process. It's not on hardcover yet.
It's coming out. I'm looking at the beginning of September, early September for a book release.
What are you hoping that the reader gets out of it, whether they be Latino or not?
Well, the one thing that we're looking for is to make sure that people understand that there are Mexican American contributions to this nation. Hispanic Americans that served during World War II. That's the big picture that I want to try to get.
Now, you said they were segregated. What is it that happened with that unit that they said,
Company E in El Paso, Texas, there were two companies in El Paso, Texas. Company H was an all-Anglo company, and these were National Guard units. Company E were completely segregated Mexican Americans. And as they went into training, into Camp Bowie and so forth, as more Mexican Americans arrived, they were transferred into Company E. So they stayed an entire Mexican American unit all the way up until North Africa.
Well, I mean, you talk about Texas. You're talking about nothing but raza over there. You're talking about Del Rio, Texas. In fact, half of Del Rio, I think, is here in Silicon Valley.
That is correct. That is correct.
Your thoughts on the fact that the patch on these soldiers in Company E read names like Gomez and Gutierrez and Salcido or whatnot.
Right. My thought on that would be that, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's got to be kind of impressive to see the unit carry these names.
Absolutely. When you see the roster of these men, and you see all the Anglo names up there as far as officers, because all the officers were Anglo, and all the enlisted men, every enlisted man in Company E was of Mexican American descent. So yeah, you see the names out there, Navarrete, Rivera, Gutierrez,
and this isn't
forth.
something that you worked on overnight. I mean, this has been in the works for a while.
This has been an ongoing process for nearly 5 years of research now. It's taken me that long. I mean, this is a story that took place over 70 years ago. Most of these men have already passed away, and we're losing them very quickly here. So I thought it was very important to get this story out.
The pride of Del Rio, I guess, is illustrated in that book?
Yes, absolutely. Ramon Gutierrez is still considered one of the highest decorated soldiers to come out of the Del Rio area.
Any resistance from people by you exposing the fact that the segregated part of the unit, or has it been kind of?
No,
Not
as
really.
a matter of fact, I've had a lot of support from the Texas Military Forces Museum in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
The 36th Division has been wonderful as far as research is concerned. I think they understand also that we cannot bury our heads in the sand.
You can't deny or ignore
and
history.
pretend that it didn't happen.
Right.
And we're never going to learn from it if we continue to bury our heads in the sand.
Well, maybe it's your turn to make a documentary on the contribution of Latinos in World War II.
El libro se llama Los Patriotas del Barrio. El autor está aquí con nosotros en Comunidad del Valle, Dave Gutiérrez. Bienvenido al programa, Dave.
Gracias.
Este libro se trata, como dice usted, Patriotas del Barrio eran soldados en la Segunda Guerra Mundial.
Eran soldados completos mexicanos americanos de la compañía A en el 36th Division en el Army.
Y ellos pelearon en Italia y liberaron varios países.
Fueron para North Africa, Salerno, Italy, y también andaban en Francia.
Lo importante que es recalcar hoy es que estos soldados fueron segregados. No fueron permitidos, según, a pelear con los soldados americanos. Tenían su propia unidad.
Sí,
la compañía
sí
A.
tenían propia unidad. Estaban segregados en El Paso, Texas. Eran el National Guard Unit de allí, de El Paso, Texas. Y de allí se fueron a entrenar, pero todos eran mexicanos de Texas.
¿Y usted tenía un pariente que peleó en esa unidad? Platíquenos eso.
Sí, es un primo mío que se llamaba Ramón Gutiérrez del Río, Texas. Él también le dieron la estrella plata por los actions en Italy.
¿Y usted por qué decidió escribir un libro tocante este grupo?
Yo quisiera que era muy importante decir esta historia. Esta historia tiene que alguien
que
escribir esta historia. Es muy importante para decir esta.
Se hizo una documental recientemente de la Segunda Guerra Mundial, muy fabulosa, de 5 horas, ¿o qué no? Pero en esa documental se omitieron las contribuciones de los latinos.
Sí.
Su reacción a esa omisión.
Sí, watchando eso, el documento de Ken Burns en PBS, yo de ese momento quería escribir esta historia.
Porque allí faltó la historia.
Ahí faltó la historia de nosotros. Y si no a ponernos a escribir una historia de nosotros, nadie la va a hacer.
¿Y qué papel tan grande jugaron los latinos en no solamente la Segunda Guerra Mundial, sino también en Corea, en Vietnam? Platíquenos de la contribución de los latinos al ejército americano.
Muy grande, muy grande.
Usted tuvo que estudiar la historia de esta unidad, o la compañía E, para escribir este libro. Se duró años.
Muchos años. Duré 4 o 5 años investigando, hablando con familias que estaban también, que tenían soldados en la compañía E.
¿Qué es lo que usted quiere que el que lea su libro, que aún no ha salido, ¿verdad? No ha salido todavía en el mercado. ¿Qué es lo que quiere usted que ellos se lleven con ellos después de leer su libro?
Bueno, que también ahí estaban mexicanos, americanos peleando en la guerra, haciendo sus contribuciones para esta nación.
¿Y el libro sale cuándo y en dónde?
En las primeras semanas en septiembre me están diciendo que va a poder salir. Se llama Patriotas del Barrio.
Patriotas del Barrio. Y últimamente platíquenos del orgullo que siente usted al ver escrito este libro.
Bueno, es muy importante porque también, como decía, ahí tenía un primo que estaba ahí en esa compañía. Pero muy importante para decir la historia de mexicanos y la contribución de esta nación.
Bueno, ¿había racismo o por qué segregar a los soldados latinos, mexicanos?
Así estaban en Texas, estaban segregados en Texas.
tenían que usar excusados distintos, ¿verdad? No podían usar excusados de los anglosajones.
Ahí decían, ahí tenían signs de que decían no Mexicans or dogs allowed.
Híjole, nos comparaban con perros.
Sí.
Bueno, por eso es importante leer libros como estos para reconocer la historia del soldado latino.